Hello, Miss Wild's class. My name is Mary Beth Newton, and Miss Wild asked if I would read a book that I wrote and illustrated to you based on a true story that happened. And I hear you're studying restoration, and it's kind of a book about that. So here it is. It's called A Home. Whoop. A Home for a Rocking Chair. Sorry, I've got to get it set up just a little bit. And that's the rocking chair. It was a sad day when Grandma Marie and Grandpa Ole brought me home to the cold, lonely basement of their apartment building. I guess there wasn't room for me upstairs. The only company I had in the dark room was an old saggy bed and a cedar chest covered with dust. I felt a chill go through my wood as the fierce north wind howled through the basement walls. How long will I be in this miserable, dark place? I wondered anxiously. Days passed and I saw no one. My joints ached from lack of exercise and I was collecting dust. Finally, one day I heard a big truck drive up to the building and stop. Lots of people came in the apartment laughing and shouting. They sound so happy, I thought longingly. I wish they would rescue me from this awful place. The family moved in, but no one ever came to see me. My varnish was coming off because I cried so much. I'm so lonesome. I wish someone would come and sit with me. One day, a tall man peered into the room I was in. He quickly glanced around and said, "No dressers in here, Mary Beth, just a lumpy bed and a cedar chest." With that, he closed the door with a thud. My heart went thud too. "I'm here. I'm something. Didn't you see me?" Tears streamed down my face as I hunched in the corner alone. Then one day, when I was sleeping, a bright light woke me up. Someone was looking at me. "Oh, it's perfect," she squealed and sat down without even wiping off the dust. Then she tipped me forward and backward and sideways and upside down until I was dizzy and started to wobble. Then, as fast as she came in, she left. I didn't know what to do. Would she come back for me, I wondered. Later, the man and woman came back saying how nice Grandpa Marie and Grandpa Ole were to give them their rocking chair. He carefully picked me up and brought me upstairs to their apartment. "It's so cheery and warm up here," I happily said to myself. Sorry. My new owners were Mr. and Mrs. Newton. I discovered that they were expecting a baby soon, and I was to be furniture for the baby's room. How exciting. Then I wondered whether I would like babies. I didn't remember ever rocking a baby. I had no time to worry because my new owners kept me busy. First, they dusted me off, then they sanded my old paint with an electric sander. That hurt. I didn't feel sore for long because Mr. and Mrs. Newton covered me with a lovely sunny yellow paint. I felt young again. I think that's kind of part of the restoration. When my paint dried, they brought me to the baby's room. The other furniture was yellow like me. A cushion that matched the bright curtains and baby quilt was fastened to my seat. Now I was ready to rock. Finally, the day came to bring baby Rachel home from the hospital. "She's so tiny," I gasped. How will she fit on my lap?" Her mom knew the answer, though. She sat down with Rachel. I peeked over her shoulder and watched Rachel fall asleep. I sat between the crib and the dresser right underneath the window in Rachel's room. During the day, sun poured down on my back, while at night I kept guard over Rachel in her crib. I got lots of use while Rachel was little. Often in the middle of the night, Rachel would cry. Her mother and I would hold Rachel until she fell asleep. Sometimes her dad and I would rock Rachel in the morning during his daily devotions. Other times he would sing her to sleep. Now that Rachel is older, her mom and dad often read to her while sitting on me. No longer will she fall asleep when we rock her. She's too interested in looking at books and playing, but that's okay as long as Rachel goes to sleep in her crib. She can do other things when she sits on me. Someday, Rachel's mom and dad will have another baby to share me with. That will be fun too. Okay, this was fun reading to you, and I hope it makes you think about how God restores us.